Hey everybody, Arkin over here.
And Focus Seal.
Getting back some more Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak 2. When last we left off, we did the Marahan Garten Floor 2, or Floor 5, blah blah blah. And now, we have a bunch of shenanigans to do.
Let's see what we got.
Every year, all the restaurants in Longport hold a competition to judge who can prepare the best dish. However, with things being as they are lately, we need a bit of a helping hand getting everything set up. If you're really willing to pitch in, please meet me in my restaurant. I'll give you the deets there. Meishin. Oh, into Aifu Fandian. Fastest route.
Second ward has its charms. Welcome to life. What can I get for you?
Lai Fao Zhang Bao.
Thanks a bunch. What can I get for you? What did I need to pick up? Thanks a bunch.
Big money, big prizes. I take it you're the one that put out the 4SPG? Something about trouble with the cooking competition, was it? I assume that means you're the Spriggan I've been hearing so much about. Well, I'm glad you got my request. That's such a relief. I see you brought the Prodigy along as well. It's nice to meet you, Aaron. Yeah, I just happened to work part-time for the guy. Anyway, I've heard a good bit about you too, Meishin. Word around town was that a really skilled lady took over this place 2 years ago. We even managed to brush off pressure from the Lai family. Really? That's so cool. That's because my big sister's a Teji Chushi. Oh, I've heard that's the highest rank a chef of Eastern cuisine can reach. Chan-chan, you always make such a fuss over nothing. You know how I feel about those big titles. You know, I actually think I've been here before. I remember there was an old man running the place back then. Told me his eldest daughter was in the training over at the restaurant in Kowloon Hotel. I'm guessing you're the daughter he was talking about? Your old man must be pretty proud. Now there's some praise I do like to hear. Would you mind if we got back to the matter of my request, though? By all means. But, I'll admit, this cooking competition doesn't sound like the kind of thing you'd need a Spriggan for. The Great Longport Cook-Off, right? All the restaurants in the area are free to participate. I've been to it a few times myself. Was actually planning on going to this year's competition, too. With all the trouble around here lately, it'd be nice to have something to lift our spirits and take our minds off things. There's another side to it, too, though. The others who support the restaurant use it as a competition to maintain their standing. As it stands now, the head chef at Taoyuan restaurant, which is currently closed, has been invited. So has the new food truck in the new town. Taoyuan restaurant. That's the place we were at when we fought the remnants of the Lai family. I'm surprised to hear they'll be participating. It sounds so exciting, especially with so many people involved. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about it all. You see, the usual event space isn't available this time around, so they asked to hold it here instead. It was supposed to be at the Kowloon Hotel, however, with all the issues that have cropped up recently, they decided to opt out of participating. And with me trying to get ready to enter the competition myself, I'm just about at my wit's end. I was hoping that maybe you could help me out a bit. Does that sound like something you could do? Let me think. Sure. Alright, we'll take your case. Considering the whole deal with Heiwei, we're probably the best people for the job anyway. Oh, you're a lifesaver. Now I really do have to put my all into this year's competition. Could you explain a bit more about what you'd like us to help you with? Of course. Well, firstly, with the Lai family's trading business having gone under, several places have been unable to stock enough imported ingredients. From what I've heard, Guahia Fandian and Haorian, I think it's Horian. Yeah, I think it's Horian. They've been hit the worst. But Taoyuan restaurant and that food truck in Newtown have apparently been just fine. Actually, Meng Zhao's food truck seems to be doing more than fine. I knew I could count on you, Tian-chan. Thanks for looking into it for me. As for our place, I believe we have what we need for the time being. However, if at all possible, there is one thing I was hoping you might find for me. Oh, what would that be? It's a slightly unusual type of Laojiu by the name of Tiangfeng Quan. The person who ran the brewery passed away a while ago, and they closed down not long after. It's become quite a collector's item. I'm not sure how many bottles of it are even left now, but I just know it will be the perfect for the dish I'm planning to make. Got it. We'll see if we can manage it. Thank you. If it ends up costing anything, I'll take care of the fees. So please remember to tell them to put it on my tab. And even if you can't find it, I can still make do, so try not to worry too much. Okay, you kind of made it sound like there were more issues than just not having enough ingredients, though. Well, it's a bit hard to explain, but it almost seems like there's someone trying to sabotage the competition. In fact, just this morning, I found some of the cooking wine in our pantry smashed to pieces. Heh, wouldn't be surprised if Tao Yuan's head chef was behind it all. Guess we better go see what the other participants have to say. That gives us some insight into the whodunit. It should also help us figure out the supply issues. I would really appreciate it. Please let me know if you find anything. Holy macaroni. Hey, Grendel Skillstone. Alright, Twilight Droplet. So we can go up to level 31. Well, Van needs it the most. Oh, damn. That was all of them. It only got him to 30. If I'm gonna have Ren be like the de facto dedicaster, which isn't bad, I should start pumping stuff into her to that end. Make her as tanky as she can be. So she can just keep throwing out shield after shield. There we go. And now Van can has and crits aren't nearly as important in this game as they are in other games, where critting lets you also friggin' fill up your knighted attack and break meter and whatnot. But crit damage is still nice to have. Hey, isn't that lady... Is she a friend of yours? Nah, but I've heard about her. I think she's a hostess over at Tao Yuan Restaurant. Oh, I get where you're going with this. Their head chef is supposed to be taking part in the cook-off. Let's go see if she knows something. Well, if it isn't the Prodigy, and I take it you're the Spriggan? Heh, should have figured a hostess for a live family restaurant would be in the know. So what does the little boy from Lou want with me? Not really a little boy anymore, but whatever. We've got a couple of questions we'd like to ask you. Yeah, I promise we're not looking for a fight with the lie. We were just curious about the head chef at the restaurant you work for. We hear he got an invitation to the Great Long Pork Cook-Off. Oh, so that's what this is about. Yeah, Yonsu has been pretty excited about it. The restaurant may be closed for the moment, but he's blocked off an entire section of the kitchen to prepare for the event. Wow, he must be really fired up for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he takes a lot of pride in being a chef at one of Longport's finest establishments. He was feeling a bit let down by the closure, but this cook-off sure has lit a spark under him. He knows how to hire hostesses. I mean, goddamn. While we're on the topic, do you happen to know if he's running any issues while preparing for the competition? I don't recall hearing much of anything from him, really. No. The only thing I can say is that he's been feeling a lot of pressure lately because of everything that's happened with the Lai family. I see, that makes sense. We're just doing what we can to support the cook-off, so please tell him to give us a holler if you need anything. Got it, I'll let him know. Thanks for the offer. So that didn't help.
On my way.
Why don't we see?
Missing Dragon Chariot. Longport's New Year Festival is right around the corner, and the Dragon Chariot Red Star signature vehicle has been stolen. And considering Heiyue is likely busy with other matters at the moment, we thought it'd be best to ask you for help instead. In front of the Eastern Theater.
Oh, Aaron! Thank you so much for your help earlier.
He didn't do nothing.
My
Just
noodles
glad
are
everything
the
worked
best.
out.
What'll you have?
True Jinhua long cut noodles and the jiggly almond tofu. A dessert that originated in the East. The jiggly texture is irresistible.
Tell me
Irresistible.
friend? I got some good stuff.
Mashi gloves. Oh no, Mashi.
Thanks as always.
Make a mishi with washi mash. They're giving a boatload of HP.
Where's your next?
Step right up. Take all the time you need.
Então já chai.
Be seeing you.
You're free to take again. I take great pride in all my merchandise.
Soul Chef. Couscous. Ooh. Speed up. That's pretty nice. Yes, yeah. That means thank you in Chinese.
I am a little nervous.
What'll it be?
Colored fang cord. We can give Swin gifts. That's cool.
Thank you.
It's okay.
What'll it be? Thank you.
Aaron's here to help us.
Come on in and eat my stuff. Can't be beat.
Northern Sky Candy. Give me the Northern Sky Candy.
For you.
Gambit Bar.
Hey, Aaron. Things get hairy around here again. I'm counting on you to help me out.
You got it, Pops.
The citizens are more
maybe.
composed than I expected.
Yes, love.
It's in the present
I know. I'll yeah, I know. No, I can empty it out.
Way to go, little sprig.
I'm just waiting for it to stop drip dripping.
Okay.
Unless you want to just be the cup.
I was gonna add it in the cup.
Alright.
What would you like?
True Dragon's Tamum.
Come again.
Like, speed up is super nice, dude.
That was pretty filling. I'm full. I'm full. That was pretty filling. That was pretty filling. That was pretty filling. I'm full.
Ooh, everybody gets an extra 250 hit points. Nice. Hey, Jack. You guys, huh? Kind of figured you'd show up eventually. All that commotion was definitely surprising yesterday, but most folks have just been going on about their business as usual. Seems like that's Hayway's doing, though. Guess they wanted to step in and keep things under control. Well, yeah. This may just be family trouble to them, but it's in their best interest to keep citizens from panicking. Anyway, can we assume that drinking first thing in the morning is your own brand of business as usual? Hey, this is still my first drink of the day, alright? Let a guy take a chance to relax. Oh, by the way, are you guys familiar with Seven Hearts? That's the card game that's been real popular recently, right? This is the first time I'm hearing of it. The rules are a bit different from other card games, but that doesn't stop me and Hallie from getting hooked on it. It's good for workers to take a break every now and then, so don't you think? So what do you say to playing around? I don't think that sounded as convincing as you thought it would. Perhaps we'll take you up on an offer at a later time. Alright, it's later. We're gonna play with Rosette, because she's the best. As long as me or Rosette win, we win.
All right. Let the game.
I've got Dookie! I'm gonna hold on to my... So I'll use one of my starter wins. Oh, come on! You just had me kill Rosette.
This one's my trump card.
This should do it. Let us exchange hands.
Fireboto!
This one's my trump card.
Oh, come on!
This should do it.
This one's my trump card.
They're just dunking on me.
Unfortunate.
Oh!
Unfortunate.
Why don't we play again?
I will beat you, Jack. Me and Rosette will beat you and Hallie. They were just dunking on me. I can't win if all I get is garbage cards, dude. Oh my god, you took 8 damage already.
This one's my trump card.
$12, $11.
This one's my trump card.
That's such dog water, dude. It's like if you don't get any of the higher elements, you just don't win. That's stupid. We win? Oh, of course not. Like, yeah, if you don't have any higher elements in your hand, you just can't win.
All
Like,
right.
this is such a dog crap hand, man. I'm just gonna take the damage and take the cards, dude. Cut the damage in half and take some more cards.
Just kick back and relax.
She would be next. No. She would be next in the turn order at 12.
Kick back and relax. Just kick back and relax.
Is something the matter?
This one's my trump card.
What a bastard.
I will start these cards anew.
This one's my trump card.
Why don't we play it?
She took a boatload of damage, and he's like, "Oh, you got a lot of cards in your hand there."
All right. Let the games begin.
Well, conceptually, this is a fun card game, but
You're pretty good.
oh, come on! Yo, okay, cool. I was like thinking she just handed Jack the W there, but I also had 13. Oh man, I lost, huh? Oh, at least I had a good time. Here, take these as thanks for playing with me. Nothing. Sauna. Get the money. Get a lot of shard search tokens. Analyze a feck ton of cubes. Bobo. 6 treasure chests with overlocks opened. That's a moon. That's a Jupiter moon? If it's a Jupiter moon.
What one?
Phobos?
No, that's Mars moon.
Ours?
Yep, Phobos. H, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess the only reason you would know that is her stupid crows.
Thanks.
I'm
Way
caught.
to throw me under the bus.
Oh, yeah, and then...
Way to just chuck me under there.
Yep, and then
Right
get
up
in and
by
start
the
driving.
list.
Then get in and start driving. Yeah, fucking... That's right, fucking... You would know. You would know about the Mars.
Fuck you.
It's like,
To be fair, Jupiter has so many fucking moons. Like, I don't know if I could. I don't think I can remember them all.
Jupiter's like got like 8 moons.
No, Jupiter has like a shit ton of moons.
Okay, Google. How many moons does Jupiter have?
95 moons.
Holy fucking
NASA
shit.
science. Jupiter
I
has
told you.
9.
That's why it's like Jupiter being strong on the show is pretty damn kidded because like she has so many moons. They should have actually made her a little bit stronger.
And made her ass a little bit bigger if she has that many moons. You can fucking call her Sailor Moon. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not high-fiving that.
Low five?
Fine, low 5.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm a magic dog with a magic blood. Ha! I got buckets and buckets of warm red teenage blood. You can't have any. Anybody? 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 Yeah. That Adventure Time skit?
Okay.
Where Marceline was a real one. She high-fived Finn. He's like, yeah. Adventure Time's such a good show. Well, if it isn't Van and Company, how can I help you? Meijin tells us you're going to be competing in the cooking competition. She wanted us to come check on you. That girl's such a sweetheart, always looking out for others. You could stand to learn a thing or two from her, Wuhan. Of course, dear, I'll be sure to do just that. Anyway, she said you guys were running a little low on some ingredients. Yeah, I was hoping to go with something a bit more expensive for my competing dish. I wanted to get my hands on some fresh red crab, but the seafood traders seem to be out right now. Red crab meat is used quite often in Eastern cuisine, isn't it? I hear it carries a high price tag because it can only be found in very select locations. In the West, it's also known as carmine crab. Wow, that's a pretty fancy choice for a restaurant like yours. Wow. Dude.
Rude.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
To be fair, like, this does look kind of ramshackled. He's got a bunch of half scraps on the back wall. But I guess what you're saying is that due to the Liu family's trading being frozen, they're in low supply right now. Exactly. There are some other suppliers around here that we're friends with, but they're fresh out too. And to hear them tell it, someone came in and bought out their whole stock. Bought out their whole stock. Maybe that's what Meijin meant by sabotage. It's possible. In this case, I think we can help them out if we just find another way to get some crab. We'll look into the supply shortages on our end. If anything else comes up, please let us know. Just try and focus on your cooking for the time being. Thank you for your help. It really means a lot to us. Okay.
What are we waiting for?
I think they said somebody was in Newtown. There's also a freaking bulletin board.
Why don't we see?
Apricot kernel soda.
Why don't we see?
Sibling showdown. After being away in the capital for so long, my brother Li Lian has finally come home and he's still a gutless coward. That's why I'd like to take the opportunity to beat some grit into him. Does this sound like something you can do, Arkwright Solutions? No, it doesn't, but yeah, we will. Swear to God, that's just another fucking bulletin board, which I think it is. Oh no, it's a food truck, okay. Oh, he ain't got no trouble, dude. Why don't you do the hoopty hair? Or the moon hair. Or like the fancy hair.
Because it takes time that you don't want to have me do. Because you're like, let's do this.
Yeah, well, we got to do this. Step right up, everyone. Don't be shy. Come and taste the next generation of Eastern cuisine. I've prepared plenty, so come and get as many as you like. No matter how many I eat, I never get tired of that flavor. I could have this stuff for every meal. Right? It's almost like I find something new to enjoy with every bite. I was licking my lips at the thought of a new dish. But I never thought it'd be this delicious. It's a fucking taco, dude. It's a fucking taco.
I like taco.
It's nothing to write home on. It's a fucking taco.
Tacos are good.
Also, that's Southern cuisine. Yeehaw and fucking
Yeah,
old El Paso and partner and whatnot. I just can't stop eating them. Damn Asian taco. This stuff might even be better than the palatial duck. Looks like business is booming. This must be the new food truck Meijin mentioned. Oh, just looking at it's making me hungry. Since we're here and all, do you think maybe we could grab some too? No tacos for fairies. To be honest, I've been wanting to try them myself. Sure, I don't see why not. Sounds like they're not hurting for ingredients though. Maybe they'll have some info for us. And so Van and the others moved to the back of the line to patiently wait their turn. Luckily, they had avoided coming during the lunch rush. The group had only had to wait about 10 minutes before finding themselves at the counter. That's still a long time to wait to be seated. Welcome. What can I get you today? We take great pride in everything we serve. I'm not too familiar with this new Eastern cuisine, actually. Got any recommendations? I'd say our most popular dish right now is our Millennium Duck. We use the traditional Palladial duck as the inspiration for our recipe. But prepping the duck takes a lot of work and it can get pretty expensive, right? So after years of hard work and research, we've come up with something even tastier than the original, and without having to break the bank. You know, I've had real Palladial duck over at the Kowloon Hotel's restaurant before. This sounds like it could be pretty great if it actually holds up. Palladial duck, that's the name. The name makes it sound so expensive. It's nice that we get to try something like that on the cheap. At first I thought it was some form of Eastern crepe, but it seems to be stuffed Lao Bing that's been folded like a taco. Ah, it is a fucking taco. Even Rosette knows it's a goddamn. Given how simple it is to eat on the go, I can see why it would be so popular. I guess that's part of what makes it taste so good. Well, we'll take one of each then. Thank you for your business. Enjoy. Have any of the others received their orders of Meng Zhao's Millennium Duck? By the way, I've heard that you're going to be taking part in that cook-off that's coming up. A friend asked us to help out with a bit. Think you could be our assistants? Or use our assistants? I see, that's awfully kind of you, but no, I can't really think of anything at the moment. Oh, and I'm sorry, but it looks like I've got other customers waiting. Would you mind stepping to the side? Ah, sure, sorry about that. We'll get out of your hair for now. Well, this stuff really is good. The meat's so tender, too. I'm surprised his prices are so low. Even the skin's all nice and crispy. It really gives off that authentic palladial duck texture. Yes, the spices you use give it a very distinct flavor. It certainly leaves you wanting more. What's the matter, small fry? Don't care for it? No, it's not that. It's definitely tasty. I don't know how to put it, really. Well, don't mind me. I think the herbs you use just don't agree with my stomach, that's all. That's odd. Hey, hey.
Hi there.
Chilled Vittorino pasta. And a honey churro. A churro with plenty of butter and honey worked into it. That sounds good.
I think it's expired pigeon.
Might be expired pigeon. But there's no way we could tell because he's on this bread.
How can I help you?
Sicily, Horai Bao Bao Kai. Bao Bai Cha? 18 CP for the whole gang out of battle. It's expensive. But I don't know. I think with the Mershengarten thing, you don't really need to like super go whole hog into buying out of combat CP fillers.
I'm full.
555 to go.
This is positively delectable.
Owner, hey. He ain't having no trouble getting all that red crab. Get all that crab. He's got all the crab here. The fuck? Give me some of that crab. Oh, Mr. Arkrag, what brings you to our humble establishment today? Give me some crab. Fresh crab. We heard you were planning to participate in the Great Long Pork Cook-Off. Mason asked us if you wouldn't mind helping you out. Ah, I see. Always so selfless, that one. I'm a little surprised that you guys are going to be taking part, though. Sounds like the different houses in Hayway have a bit of a stake in this whole thing. Well, you do make a fair point. But we didn't want to let Mason down after she put so much effort into putting on the event. She really has a way with people, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. She seems to do a lot for the community. Anyway, she mentioned that you guys are having trouble getting your hands on certain ingredients. Yeah, I suppose that about sums up the situation. I'm trying to figure out if we can make substitutes, but we haven't been able to obtain any Jade Dragon's Eye. I'm afraid I haven't heard of that ingredient before. Oh, right, my apologies. Jade Dragon's Eye is a top brand of Longan fruit. It's extremely high quality. It's also exactly what we need to have a fighting chance at the competition. I know Longan fruit. It's the stuff they always put in the Eastern medicine. All you need is some high quality Longan, then easy. If it's used in medicine, then maybe there's a stock of them reserved for medicinal use somewhere. Perhaps they might even have some of a higher quality that they'd be willing to share. Seems pretty straightforward. We'll go check in with somebody who might have some medical supplies stashed away. By the way, Kuwano, have you had any other issues lately? Like somebody doing anything to mess with your food or something? Now that you mention it, we have, yeah, although it was rather minor, all things said and done. This morning I found that some of our plumbing out back was damaged. There was water everywhere. We had someone come out and fix it right away, so it wasn't a complete disaster, thankfully. But we just had new plumbing put in last year. Feels like someone did it intentionally. Yeah, that does sound pretty fishy. Might just be coincidence, but it's still worth the suspicion, I think. We can look into that more on our side, though. For now, just focus on keeping your customers fed. Thanks for all your help. I'll go ahead and get on back to work then. Be seeing you. Alright, seems like we've got a handle on how all the participants are doing now. And out of the 5 restaurants, 3 of them seem to be dealing with interference from somebody. But we still can't say for sure that it's a rival business that did it. Guiha Fandian and Horion seem to be the only 2 that were lacking ingredients. Although Miss Mason did ask us to obtain a bottle of Lao Gio as well. And Old Man Wuhan wanted some red crab. I'm pretty sure I've seen crabs like that over in the Second Ward's waterways. They were fat, juicy looking ones too. They ought to be good enough. I think I last spotted them over by the cigar shop. In that case, let's head over and see if we can catch one real quick. I know they're supposed to be rare, but we should be able to find a few with shard search. Those Jade Dragon Eyes will probably have to rely on someone with medical supplies. I might suggest Lonkai Clinic or the Septian Chapel. They are both known to mix herbal remedies. One or the other should suffice, I would think. That just leaves Lao Zhu that Meijin was asking for him. I'm not positive, but I know a guy who might be able to get his hands on some. Anyway, let's get out there, find what we can, and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Yes, sir. Alright. So. Damn. Snow crab. That's blue. Yeah, this is a rather involved one. This is a rather involved force being.
Burning our bread today.
I think they have to make them more or less rather involved because I think each chapter has less because there's more chapters to go through.
I see.
Well, more quote-unquote chapters.
Yeah.
Heavenly Mother, please watch.
Give me stuff. Oh, hello, Aaron, and I believe I've seen the rest of you around before as well. Is something the matter? Well, you see, we know a guy that's looking for a type of longan fruit called Jade Dragon's Eye. We know they can be pretty rare, but we were hoping you might be willing to share a few with us, if you have any, that is. Jade Dragon's Eye, you say? Why, yes, we actually do have a few of those. They're quite useful for the church's medicinal mixtures, so we make sure to procure some periodically. Although I hear that supply chain disruptions have been making it difficult to get a hold of them. Yeah, that's why we ended up coming to you for help. Apparently, Horion and Newtown won't be able to make their dish for the big cook-off without them. Oh, I had no idea. Well, in that case, let me provide you with as many as you need. This is the dumbest thing. The Great Chili Cook-Off, or medicine to keep people alive. But the Great Chili Cook-Off.
The Great Chili Cook-Off.
But keeping people alive. Great Chili Cook-Off. That's so.
Chili.
Oh, it's for some useless food and a big cook-off? Big chili champs? Oh, then here, just take it all. It's not like it cures cancer or anything. So these are Jade Dragon's Eyes. They're a lot bigger and smoother than your typical longan fruit. You sure you're okay with giving us this many, though? Considering recent events, I would like to do my part to ease everyone's spirits as much as possible. We're extremely grateful for your assistance, sir. I am curious, though. You all have been recruited to help with the contest, yes? Yeah, that's right. Is there something else you think we should know about? Well, it's just that there's this young man named Meng Zhao. This will be his first time competing in this cook-off. However, I'm a bit concerned by the throngs of people that suddenly seem wound up over his food. I mean, when something's that popular, you're bound to have some people who go completely nuts over it. Pokemon cards. Indeed. In fact, a very passionate fan recommended that I try the dish as well, so I went to go and sample some. But when I arrived, I was informed that it only just sold out. I still have yet to try one. Dang, that's some unfortunate timing. Still, I'm surprised they'd run out so suddenly. Meng Zhao made it sound like he had plenty while we were there. In any case, we've been asked to deal with any problems that might pop up during the cook-off. We'll do everything in our power to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible, so try and relax and enjoy yourself. I will, and please, let me know if you need help with anything else in the meantime.
Like, I know they may not have a reason to bring it up, but I wonder if he tried it, if he could discern that something was wrong with the food.
Possibly.
Because, like, Fairy has always had to kind of, like, I'm imagining that Fairy would, at some point would have had to kind of tough it out, so, like, her getting sick over food
Would probably be no bueno.
Right.
And then Van probably noticed something off too, because, you know, he's got a discernible palate, even if it is only for sweets. I'm sure you can figure something out. Hey, Jigen, mind if I ask you for a little favor? Of course. What's going on this time, Van? Looking in some kind of antique? Sort of. Actually, it's got something to do with your hobby. You've always had a thing for vintage wines, right? Oh, I get it now. Guess it wouldn't be too surprising for him to have a bottle lying around. We're looking for Tianfeng Quan. It's from a brewery that closed down a while back. You know it? Whoa, hold on there. That's what you're looking for? You're kidding. So you do have it. Well, it wouldn't do me any good to lie about it. Yeah, I've actually got 3 bottles. The only thing is, I bought them for myself. Wasn't exactly planning on selling them off. Oh, come on, man. If you've got 3, why not suck it up and sell us one? Because it's not available to the public.
Million.
I didn't buy 3 because I was planning to sell any. 1 was to drink, 1 was to keep in storage, and the last one was for spreading the good word. But I'm going to be real with you here for a minute. I love cake, but even I don't buy extra for storing or proselytizing. Be honest, man. If you knew they wouldn't go bad, you totally would. Anyway, if you've got 1 for spreading the word, then this seems like a pretty good opportunity, don't you think, to give it to us to spread the word? Come on, share the love, buddy. What do you mean? You see, the Great Longport Cook-Off is coming up, and Mei Jin wants that wine to use for her entry. If she wins using your spirit, Tiang Feng Quan, there might be a whole new run on the stuff. That's true. If there's enough good publicity, maybe someone might consider investing in rebuilding the brewery. I see. I hadn't thought of it that way. Alright, you lot have convinced me. God, you and your golden tongue. But I'm still a businessman. I insist on being paid appropriately for it. Mei Jin already gave us the okay to put it on her tab, so just charge it to her, okay? Yay!
2 million.
Sounds good. Give Mei Jin my best. It'll be worth it if I get some good buzz from my store. Well, that part's out of our hands. Thanks for the bottle, though. Okay. So we are done here. Just in case. I know there's no longer a green exclamation mark here, but I want to go see if they also have some of the Jade Dragon's Eye.
Allow me to assist.
Can't assist nothing, but assist.
Hope to see you again.
Brandon works in the pharmacy in the capital. Stopped by first a moment ago. It was quite a surprise. I think it's been about 4 years since I saw him last, but he looks the same as ever. Honestly, it's like he hasn't aged a day. Good for him. Good. Nothing. Alright. Let's go catch a curb.
Good enough.
Let's go catch a curb.
Car battle.
Go
You can see his little tail fin wiggle waggle. Give me more shard tokens. I could really go for a hot bath. I was so tempted to drop by here yesterday after we wrapped up work. Yeah, but we didn't have time, and even if we did, I doubt we would have been in the mood for it. I settled for a shower at the hotel, but it didn't get rid of the fatigue. Heck, I'm still kind of worn out. In that case, how about we make a quick stop? I believe a change of pace could do us all some good. The maid's encouraging us to slack off? Damn, all Gehenna must have broke loose when I wasn't looking. Yes. This is the stuff. You said it, old man.
You're really giving off 40-year-old man vibes right now. Sure you're 25?
You sure you don't want an ass kicking?
Can it with the old man bit for a second, will ya? Let me enjoy this. And don't forget that you're gonna be 25 in 5 or so years, too. When people start calling you old, I'll be the one having the last laugh.
I'm gonna be young at heart for life. Just you wait. Even at 50, I'm gonna be cast in loads of female theater roles.
Yeah, because you fucking ugly. Too ugly to be a man.
My seduction act's leveled up since our long light trip, you know. See?
That did it for you. That's what you read about.
No, that's just like... I've seen dudes kissing. That's still the gayest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, for the love of Adios. You're such a damn brat, you know that? Oh well. I can endure your shenanigans when I'm here.
Yeah.
This is the epitome of relaxation. Even you seem to have loosened up a bit too. Someone harmed your family. I know for sure that you're pissed, as you should be. But you haven't gone rushing off on your own, which is exactly what the Aaron of last year would have done. That's a sure sign that you're growing up.
And it with the grown
You
up.
can see right through me.
But I can.
Just learned that there's only so much I can do alone. I pounded that lesson into my head.
Good. Oh yeah, he's super demon.
I'm not relying on you, Fairy, or anyone else. I'm just not turning down hands when they're outstretched. If I'm gonna fend off the thing that's inside me, and if I want to prove that I'm different from him, I need to accept help from others.
Yeah.
And you've been thinking the exact same thing. After all, you did just say you'll be laughing at me in 5 or so years.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about the future. That's a sure sign you're growing up.
Oh, fuck off, Aaron.
Wait, throw my words back in my face.
That's what I do. I'm young. I have time.
We really ought to pull ourselves together, don't you think?
Hey!
Oh,
Hands off the hair!
we can hear you guys. You know, you sound stupid.
It's not often that you and I get to share that together. I suppose you aren't wrong. Although, I have accompanied you a number of times at one of the public baths in the capital.
Yeah, but this is different. It's special.
By the way, I noticed you've grown a little since our stay in Longlai.
Yeah, up but not out.
I can't really tell myself. Well, you're almost 14 now. So I would expect a growth spurt or two in the coming years. Bear in mind, though, that even with an organic body, you will not grow much once you've reached adulthood.
In fact, you start shrinking.
I wonder if I'll find the answer I'm looking for by then.
Nope.
Is something on your mind? Oh, it's nothing. Just spaced out for a sec. Hey, Rosette? I need your advice on something. How can I, become like you and Agnes? What do I have to do?
Go back in time. Get a different mother.
It seems she is coming into her womanhood.
Oh, she's not, and that's her problem.
Alright, I think I'm ready to hop into the sauna. Time for my revenge. You're not beating me this time.
Can we not? I'm so sick of these dumbass endurance contests. I've told you, saunas are a sacred...
Oh, what's the matter? Can't handle the heat, old man?
Aw, don't tell me you're leaving already.
Huh? What? Shizuna, what the fuck are you doing in here?
What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, I heard you guys were in here and thought it'd be fun to hang. So, here I am.
I mean... Cool? Like, she's not ashamed. She's just like, oh, that seems like fun. Let's hang. Let's do dudes.
Dudes.
What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Go on your side.
I'm more interested in how the fuck she got in here without us noticing. I mean, she is the divine blade of void, but... we don't want her over here. She crazy. Zuna Rem Misurugi.
Oh, so mixed baths aren't a thing here? That's weird.
That's fair.
No one stopped her.
Nobody can. She's ridiculously strong.
Also, they probably would assume that she would know to go to the correct one, but it don't matter. Apparently.
Oh well, at least it was only Van and Aaron, so it's no biggie.
What do you mean, only? How's that supposed to mean? Yes, I had heard mixed baths were a custom of the Far East. Men and women who've never met before, sharing a bath, that kind of thing would never happen in the Central East. Didn't the person at the front desk try and stop you? There you're gonna
Yes.
go. Nah, I was in stealth mode. I totally forgot to turn off my camouflage when I came into town. Oh. Okay. I have no words. Anywho, this almond ice cream is amazing. It's just the thing I needed after that hot bath. We might be able to go get some. Might. We still fat, but you're dying, so. Glad I took your recommendation. And I'm glad you liked it. Don't you just love that almond jelly flavor and the exquisite velvety sensation in your mouth? It's the quintessential dessert of the Eastern Quarter. If you don't get a taste of this every chance you get, then what are you even living for? There he goes again. You done with your dumb sweets rant? Great. Now let's talk about shit that's actually important.
Okay.
Hey, they're important to me. Now then, we have a few questions for you. Chief among them being, what brings Ikaruga second in command to Longport? And you're not in your usual combat attire. What's with the wardrobe change? Oh, this I spotted in one of the shops and thought, ooh, I have to have that. Though I really don't know much about Western style clothing or fashion. Does it look weird on me? Nah, you look great.
It looks nice.
Nah, I think it suits you. You're beautiful. Well, I guess it's true that you don't stick out as much as this compared to that battle suit. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, why are you so tense? I'm not here to fight. I swear, this meeting was a total coincidence. Things died down a little with my main gig, so I thought I'd take some time off. I'm here on vacation. Well, aside from me picking up the occasional odd job here and there, a girl needs spending money. Look at you, going through life without a single care in the world. When you're this strong, you can do what you want. That odd job bit is suspicious enough on its own, but I can't help but wonder what the main gig could be. Does that mean that whatever they were up to in Long Lai is finished? There are some things in life you're better off not asking about. Fair enough. Hey, did you just read my mind again? Stop that! You truly are an enigmatic figure. Anyway, I just came to this town on a whim. And it's a good thing I did too. Things are getting pretty interesting around here. Word is that there's been some faction disputes within Heiyue. This whole place is like a powder keg set to blow. Your concept of interesting is pretty screwed up. You realize that, right? What, you get your sick kicks from watching people suffer? Well, when you put it like that, it makes me sound pretty heartless, huh? Nah, honestly, I'm mostly just interested in that foremost fighter person. Oh, right, we heard about him from Jack yesterday. He hasn't made any moves yet, at least none that we've heard of. Not to change the topic, but do you mind if I ask you something? You know any good sightseeing spots here, or maybe some fun activities? Huh? Well, that was random. Thanks to everything going on behind the scenes, most of the tourist attractions are closed. I really want to do the eroded cave tour, but no dice. Oh yeah, we did that last year as part of Action's request. That attraction's run by Heiyue. Now that I think about it, I don't think they've done any tours since the beginning of the year. Is it possible they closed off for the winter season? No, they're supposed to be running them year-round. Anyway, we didn't come here to be your personal tour guide. If you want one, go ask someone else. Wow, so cold. You got a block of ice for our heart, or something? Well, I better get back to work. Got another one of those odd jobs to do. Good luck with whatever you're up to. Though I have a feeling we'll be bumping into each other again real soon. That crazy lady's taking a real shine to us, huh? She'd be so much less of a hassle to deal with if she was just some battle-crazy idiot. Here I thought this would be a good chance to relax and unwind, but now I feel even more exhausted than before. Same, back in the bath. I wonder what her odd jobs entail exactly. Who knows? No use racking our brains over it. Well, wasn't expecting all of that now. But I also don't think that counted as using the bath. So I'm gonna use it again.
I hate getting sweaty, but I could get used to this.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Back in business, baby.
Business back in baby.
You hear?
Oh, you here? That's right.
This is an adequate spot for fishing. I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
Show us your skills with the line, Rosette. We did it.
I'm happy to report I caught one.
Caught a red crab. Haha, looks like we got ourselves a big one. Not sure what Wuhan's planning to make with it, but he shouldn't have any complaints about a crab this big. I suppose just move on to the next item then. Hey, did you hear about what happened with Yonsu over at Taoyan Restaurant? Sure did. Guess he's going to be competing in the cook-off after all. Seems like trouble follows that guy everywhere he goes. Yeah, all that business with the Lai family had already had him in a real tizzy, and you know just how weird he can be. For somebody so hard to please, he sure is awkward. Maybe that's what makes his food so good, though. Alright, looks like we got everyone's missing ingredients. We heard a few interesting tidbits of info along the way, too. We should probably deliver the ingredients to each of the shops and then head back to Meijin's place. We even got the Laoju that she was after. We should get back to her as soon as she has time to prep the dish. Alright, returned to Meijin and told her about everything they learned. I'm so glad I put out that request. I feel much better about putting on the cook-off now. It's all part of the job. There's still some time left before the event is scheduled to start, by the way. I'm sure you must be tired, so you're more than welcome to rest here before we begin. Not a bad idea. Sorry, we still have a few things we need to do first. We'll be back in a bit. Of course, please take your time. We're gonna save before we undertake the great chili cook-off.
Chili, yum yum.
I don't like chili. But I like tacos. I could go for some tacos.
To Laifu Fondian.
I'm also.
Okay, does any fucking aim? No. No, I don't want to make the heart with you now.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were doing.
No, I don't want to make the heart with you now.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Please
I-
make the heart with
No,
me.
I
I'm
no,
sorry. I
you.
didn't know that's what it was.
I want to make the heart with you now. You broke mine.
No.
No,
No, not the people.
Anyway. Okay, the great chili cook-off.
Oh, I thought we had to go to the other places.
No, we already delivered their
Oh.
shit. I thought.
Holy cow!
Cause like it.
Did it just
did-
auto do it?
I think it did.
What are we waiting for?
That's the theater request that we have
okay,
to
okay,
start.
Alright.
Yeah, I think it did.
Waiting
Okay.
for.
Double check.
No, I'm sure you're right.
That's the Bracer Guild request.
Yep. Nope, I don't know why I thought we'd have to deliver it all to the people, but I guess
Because
not.
it would make sense we did. Because he said, let's go deliver it all to the people.
We done.
Welcome to Life Ufandian.
Life Ufandian. Wait for the great chili cook-off. Alright, we'll take you up on that. Can't hurt to decompress a little bit for the great chili cook-off. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your Laoju. That's the Charm Fan Quan. I can't believe you managed to find some. Well, I had a few connections. He wasn't able to give it to me for free, though, so I hope you don't mind that I asked him to send the bill your way. Of course, 4 million. Not at all. This will be just what my dish needs. You hyped it up so much, I'm sure it won't disappoint. Sounds like we've got plenty to look forward to, at least. Anyway, let's wait here until the time for the event to start.
Oh,
What?
I wonder if waiting will give us a bad end.
What do you mean waiting? We had to wait.
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing to do. We literally just chilling while we wait for the participants to show up. Looks like the participants are filing in, and are those the judges? Yeah, with Beijing on both hosting duty and participating, they had to call in some impartial third-party judges. Usually the judges are the non-participating shop owners, folks from the Chamber of Commerce, you know, stuffy people like that. I guess it's time for the battle to begin. Yeah, there's still a bit before they get started, though. I'm actually going to step away for a minute. I might not be back in time for the opening ceremony, but you guys have a good time without me. Huh? I thought you wanted to make sure the competition went smoothly. But I was so excited for us to all watch together. It's no big deal, just something I wanted to look into real quick. I'll be back as soon as I can. I wonder what's wrong. It's nothing. First time he's gone off on his own, I'm sure he'll be fine. Well, it's unfortunate that we were unable to hold our competition at the Kowloon Hotel as planned. It is Life Ufandian's sincere pleasure to host this year's Great Longport Chili Cook-Off. I'm sure you all must have a lot on your minds given everything that's happened in Longport recently. Van sure is taking his time. I know he said he might not make it back in time for the opening ceremony, but hey, you see that guy in the end over there? Isn't that the head chef from Taiyuan? Yeah, he looks kind of grouchy. I'm surprised they'd send him an invitation given the situation. Maybe that's what Van's looking into right now. No, it's gotta be Food Truck Man. We can worry about that later. Looks like the show's about to get started. Alright, our first contestant is from Wuhan, from Guiha Fandian. A beloved stop in the Eastern Quarter for travelers and locals alike. Oh, a red crab dish. Hey, that's quite an expensive ingredient for a place like Guihua. Why is everybody got shit on all over his What the fuck, dude? Well, I thought it might be good to go off for a change. The fairly standard Longport style steamed crab. Given the quality of the ingredients, I hope you find it to your liking.
Crab.
We did not catch that many crab.
Some crab.
Ah, this is making me hungry. He did a really good job with that red crab. I guess the old man Wuhan is capable of some pretty fancy stuff and he puts his mind to it. We should have been judges too. Oh my, that was quite excellent. You can really taste how fresh the crab is.
I just got it.
I was literally about to say you can really taste the crab because like it's crab. Of course you can taste the crab. All he did is literally put crab on a plate. It's just crabs. Oh, here's my famous crab. Here's my famous just crabs. Oh, that one's still alive. There you go. Fresher than fresh. Still, as excellent as the ingredients may be, I think it's lacking a little something. Yes, everything else. Yes, if only I had something extra to draw out all of the flavors.
Ah, dang.
For my dish, I prepared a stew containing assorted seafood from all the eastern coastline. I call it Pho Tiao Dan. The dried goods work together to create a multifaceted soup stock with harmonious flavor. Oh, I've heard of this soup before. I'm told it's exquisite. It's just soup with a lump in it. It's just broth lump. Lumpy broth. Impressive. That certainly seems like a dish worthy of Horion. Yeah, their food draws from the elements of Long Lai's cuisine and other Far Eastern places. You can tell a lot of care went into making it. While I usually prefer my food Longport style, I do get in the mood for some stuff like that every now and again. This is fantastic work. Exactly what I'd expect from Horion. There's a bitterness and odor that's not unlike some herbs used in Eastern medicine. But the way it's blended together, in terms of taste and aroma, are top class. The most impressive thing is the longan fruit. This is Jade Dragon's Eye, isn't it? It provides an excellent accent to the flavor. Looks like you're next, Yonsu. I know a lot has happened recently, but I trust you've been doing alright since then? For the most part, yes. Today I have prepared abalones in a thick glaze. The glaze itself is made from dried shark's fin and edible bird's nest. So, the most unedible part of both those things. I commend you for using such high-quality seafood. I should have expected nothing less from the head chef of such a refined establishment. It's a bowl and a bowl and a bowl. That's the Lai family's restaurant for you. Just rich enough to have bad taste. Seems as though the judges are responding quite favorably to it, though. That was excellent. You certainly made the most of those ingredients. Yes, I agree. It feels like a very tried-and-true approach. Next up, we have my sister. She has no name. She's just my sister. For today's competition, I've prepared a unique free-range chicken dish called Bajunji. I'm especially proud of this one. It's chicken steamed with carefully selected wine and spices to help bring out a lovely aroma. I can make that for you. I've heard much about you, Meijin. I'm impressed that you've earned the rank of Tejichushi at such a young age. I'm looking forward to seeing the skills you developed from your days back at Kowloon Hotel. It's finally Meijin's turn, but Van's still not back yet. Yeah, you should have at least been here for her presentation, especially considering she's using the Laoju we obtained for her. Oh my, this is fantastic. The various fragrances combined with such a delicate taste, and all the while preserving the delicious flavor of the chicken itself. It's marvelous work. That's certainly not all. I can tell there's something special about the wine you simmered with the chicken in. It takes the bird's light flavors and colors it with spices, resulting in a superb balance. Finding the right wine to produce such a near-perfect dish must have been next to impossible. Yes, I was confident that it would all come together if I used Jiangfeng Quan. That famous wine? I see. Now I understand why the taste was so familiar. It makes it all the more regrettable that the brewery closed down some time ago. Yes, I would love to see it make a resurgence someday. Great job, sis. For my first cook-off, I'll be entering my renowned tacos. The seasoning is sure to hook you in the most turning palate. I call it Walmart Taco Bell seasonings. Oh, so this is the dish that's been so popular. Let's give it a taste then. It's hard to describe, but it's completely captivating. With this flavor and aroma, it's like I can't stop myself. I've never had anything like it. Drugs.
Oh.
This is the first time I've ever experienced anything like this. How did you prepare such a delightful concoction? Let's just say I put a lot of work into my secret ingredient. I feel completely blindsided. It must be even better than I heard. I just wonder... No way. I mean, his food was good and everything, but don't you think they're exaggerating? Sounds like the winner's been decided already. I'm surprised he managed to reel in all 3 judges. Hold on a minute. Oh, damn it. Looks like I'm too late. Damn right you are. Where you been, man? The cook-off's almost over. Wait, why is Doc Long Kai with you? I told you I had to look into something, didn't I? It just took a little longer than expected. Look, I hate to do this in the middle of such a big event, but there's a problem with Meng Zhao's cooking. Not only are you interrupting the competition, but now you're trying to slander me? It ain't slander. I kept some of the food we bought from you in some containers. I had Dr. Long Kai examine some of it, and boy, there sure is one hell of a secret ingredient you got there. Indeed, one of the so-called spices we found in his Millennium Duck is luo kikao. My medical herb compendium listed as a hallucinogen. One with pleasurable but addictive side effects. God damn, I am so fucking good. I am so good at all the things. So that's why Fairy was feeling like, oh.
Yeah.
These days it's considered to be quite the rarity. I'm curious how you managed to come up upon so much of it. You found something that dangerous? What should we do? Are we going to be okay? Fortunately, it's not toxic as to directly affect the body unless routinely ingested. It can be counteracted through treatment from most practitioners of Eastern medicine, including myself. There's no need for panic. But the fact that remains that this guy deceived everyone into eating his drugged food. I am just top of the tier notches of the best. That explains why I felt so weird when I tried it earlier. You bastard, you had to go and pull something like this on top of all the other crap we've been dealing with from Heiyue? How horrible. You're a disgrace to all chefs. No, you don't even deserve to carry that title. But how did you manage to supply himself with so much of such a rare herb? His prices were rather low, too. That's right. How would I ever have gotten my hands on the stuff in the first place? If you only tested one batch, and who's to say somebody didn't plant it there just to make me look bad? True, I guess it would be pretty difficult for you to gather a stock of something so uncommon, if you were working alone, that is. But what if someone with access to it was working behind the scenes to help you out? See, somebody's been sabotaging the other businesses, and the only places unaffected were your food truck and the Taoyuan restaurant. But that, compared to you, Taoyuan doesn't have that much of a motive. I see, practically everyone here in Longport's got their eye on the Lai family right now, so something like this would be the final nail in their coffin. But you, on the other hand, had the perfect motive for getting your hands on those herbs, and for finding someone to get them for you. Yeah, and to make sure his collaborator wouldn't lose face, he had to be sure he'd win. That's why he started messing with the other restaurant. So, to sum it up, that about sum it up, Meng Zhao? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just out to get me. I would never vandalize Horion or Lai Fufandian. I mean, that's odd. I didn't say a thing about anyone being vandalized. You sure seem awfully knowledgeable about it, though. Just give yourself up already. There's no getting out of it now. With this much evidence, we won't even need to get Heiyue involved. Care to tell us about how you procure those herbs? Gah! Looks like the jig is up. Oh man, how am I going to explain this to him? After Van's confrontation, both bracers and police officers arrived on the scene to escort Meng Zhao away. With his disqualification, the judges of the Great Long Lai Cook-Off had a moment to reconvene. Well, in spite of that little incident, the judges have now concluded their deliberation. Do we have a verdict on the winner? We do. The dish that's shown the best and brightest among all those we've sampled this evening? Better be her. Was that of Lai Fufandian's very own Mei Jin? Really? I'm honored. Way to go, Mei Jin. In that end, we decided it was your use of Lao Ju that truly won us over. Thank you so much. I promise to keep aiming for even greater heights. It's what my father would have wanted. Who would have thought that that wine would end up being the deciding factor? I guess it was worth the effort after all. After Meng Zhao's misdeeds were revealed, albeit in a rather unexpected manner, the cooking competition came to a close. The participants, having learned a few new things about their cooking, headed back to their respective businesses. Thank you again for all your help with this year's cook-off. Although I feel like the only reason I won was because you were able to find that Tiang Fen Quan. So? It's an ingredient.
Yeah.
Nah, that was at least a little push to... That was just a last little push to put you over the edge. Even without the wine, you've been getting nothing but rave reviews. Your skill's the real deal. But be that as it may, only because of you that Meng Zhao was exposed for what he really is. Yeah. Yeah, and Doc Long Kai said it's a good thing you stopped him when you did. You caught it right before his regular customers would have started getting sick from the stuff. He said they should be fine if they can go without it for about a week. I'm just surprised we even noticed something was off. I definitely thought it was odd how strongly people were reacting to his food, but I never imagined... Yeah, that was part of it, but the thing that really tipped me off was the fact that he was avoiding serving people with the knowledge of medicine. Oh, hey, you called it. Yeah, you called it too. Remember what Father Ho Sheng said over at the chapel told us? He said that when we went to give a dish a try, they told him they were fresh out. Yet when we were there, he made it sound like he had more than enough to go around. He didn't seem the least bit worried about meeting demand. It felt like a pretty unlikely coincidence to me, so I figured I should look into it. Yeah, the timing on that was just a little too perfect. By the way, you mentioned that drug he was using is pretty rare. Ever figure out how we got the stuff? I accessed our databases, but I haven't been able to determine a possible access channel. According to the police, even Meng Zhao didn't know much about his collaborator's origin. So in other words, he was probably being used. The only question is, what would somebody have to gain from having a cook feed hallucinogens to the general public? You said it. That's the only thing I can think of is that they were using it as some sort of test. Maybe it was to see how far they could push the law while still keeping under the radar. God, looks like the jig is up. Oh man, how am I going to explain this to him? Dan? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Anyway, I think that ought to take care of your request for now. We've got other business to attend to, so we'll catch you later. Of course, I'm so glad I turned to you for help. Please feel free to stop by anytime.
Food will be good. Some of the stuff you made will be good.
Extra law Bauer. Well, that took for fucking ever.
Thanks a bunch.
Okay, but I have to go buy the chicken.